Friends, we have gathered this afternoon in the sight of God to witness and bless the joining together of Catherine Grace Sinlow and Hayden Jennings Ford in Christian marriage. The covenant of marriage was established by God, who created us male and female for himself and for one another. It was with his power and presence that Jesus graced a wedding at Cana of Galilee, and it was by his sacrificial love that he gave us the example of the love to be shared between a husband and a wife. It is by his model that these two come here today. Grace told me she wants to be here today because of Hayden's empathy and his kindness, the fact that he wears his heart on his sleeve. Hayden told me he wants to be here because it's because her intellect, how Grace has taught him so much already.
Oh, you look so good. You look pretty.
Yes, it's because these two share so much in common, their love for the lake, their passion for U of A sports, nice meals out together, even pickleball, all which is lovely.
Aw, babe, I love you. I love you. Can I kiss?
But a wedding is not really about two people falling in love and dedicating their lives to one another. These two have already done that. As great as these two are together, a wedding isn't really about two people. This service of covenant making is really about three people. Life teaches us that sadly, sometimes the best effort of two aren't always enough. The book of Ecclesiastes in chapter 4 teaches us this. Two are better than one, for they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, the other can help them up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them. Also, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of three strands is not easily broken. Grace and Hayden, we celebrate what you've already established and built with one another. But to ensure that this present goodness lasts and thrives and multiplies, we seek and ask for the blessing of God, the third strand of your love. That, friends, is what we're doing here. Those whom God has joined together, let no one put asunder. And the two of you may share in a kiss. Turn and face these people, if you will. Friends, the covenant of Christian marriage that is represented in the covenant between Jesus Christ and His church, we ask, therefore, that you would send your blessing upon Hayden and upon Grace, that they may surely keep their marriage covenant and grow in love and godliness together, that their home may be a haven of blessing and peace through Jesus Christ our Lord. Friends, it is my great pleasure to present to you for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Ford.
For anyone who knows Grace, you know that loyalty is one of the things she values most, especially in her friendships and her relationships. I think this is evident even down to her wanting to listen to a song over and over again because she loves the song that much. Similarly, when she finds someone she loves, she chooses them over and over and over again. And I feel that way about her relationship with Hayden. Hayden, I think that you know that in Grace, you have found not only the most loyal friend you'll ever have, but also the most fierce, devoted, and loving partner you could ever ask for. Hayden, I truly believe you are meant to be for Grace. You are trustworthy, selfless, and willing to do anything for anyone, but especially for Grace. I admire that so much about you all in your relationship. Together, Grace and Hayden are a perfect mix of fun-loving, sweet, generous, and genuine. I always look forward to the times I get to spend with the both of them, because I know we'll always laugh, we'll always have heartfelt and vulnerable conversations, and I'll always feel welcome in their presence.
We've had the joy of meeting Hayden and getting to know him and getting to know his family, and that he's exactly the type of guy that you'd want your daughter to get. Grace is just like her mother. They're a mirror image of each other, and very strong-willed, independent, and we appreciate that. So, so let's have a toast to the new couple, Grace and Hayden, to a bright future.
Me and Hayden have been friends ever since I can remember. I was probably 2 years old, and I think he was like 3. And yeah, so we've done everything together. He's been my brother since day one. But Hayden, you've always been my best friend, and you always will be. And I hope that your friendship will continue just like ours with you and Grace. I truly wish you all the best of luck and happiness. And I could go on and on about all of our stories, but there's just too many to list. But to Hayden and Grace, thank y'all for giving me the honor of being the best man. So cheers and whoop pig.